Hi there, my name is Aaron Short and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber, you may have seen my unboxing and initial reaction to this Fender Acoustasonic Stratocaster. If you didn't see that video, I'll put a link below so you can check it out later on. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, I really would appreciate it. So today I'm going to give you my thoughts after using this guitar for 3 months. This is my 3-month review. So the first thing I want to tell you is that the track you heard at the beginning of this video was made with Band in the Box for the drums and bass sounds, but all of the guitar sounds, the acoustic, the clean electric, and the crunchy electric sounds came from this one guitar. I plugged it straight into the computer. I did add a touch of EQ and reverb like you would find on most mixing desks, but all of the sounds you hear are direct from this guitar. And that brings me on to my first point. So let's talk about that versatility. I do a lot of solo shows and band shows where I'm the only guitarist. So the more sounds I have available, the better. With this guitar, as I've mentioned in my previous video, you can have different dreadnought sounds, smaller body sounds, and even blend between them to create your own sounds to really sit in the mix well with this controller. In the middle position, you get your body tapping, which is great for looping. And then you've got your clean Strat sound and your dirty Strat sound. Now you can still plug this into something like a Helix or a real amp or a modeler to get more sounds on top of that. And I just value this so much because when you're the only guitarist or you're playing solo and you loop, it's so cool to have the different tones coming through. You could even pan them and have a clean sound over here and a driven sound over here. And it just creates this huge wall of sound. And that's something that I'm always looking for as a solo performer. The next thing I want to talk about is the playability. Now this guitar is obviously very thin, which makes it easy to reach your arm around. It's quite light as well because it's hollowed out inside. And it's also very well balanced and a great guitar. Honestly, when I first got it, I kind of missed the feeling of having the big dreadnought guitar body. And I think that's simply because I was used to that. And I think if you check these out, you should bear that in mind. We're very used to acoustic guitars feeling a certain way. But I found over time, I've really come to value this because some of my shows are 3-4 hours long, and playing a large guitar, and I'm 6'5", so I know some people that have had injuries and things really don't want to play a large guitar for long periods of time. And of course, this also has the lower action, the 11 gauge strings on this one, and that awesome cutaway. So this is so great for playing on a stage for long gigs. So the third thing I want to talk about with this guitar are the sounds themselves when you plug it in. So Fender worked with Fishman to develop this system, and I've learned quite a bit about it over the last few months. I actually had an interview with Larry Fishman on my channel, which again, I will link below if you want to check that out. We talk about the guitar in some detail. But what it is, if you don't know, is an undersaddle pickup, a body sensor pickup, and also a magnetic pickup from Fender. So these are actually some of my favorite systems. I review pickups on my channel, and the Matrix by Fishman is a great undersaddle pickup. The body sensor that Fishman use is really cool. They use it on other systems as well. And the electric pickup is very good. Now, these are very good pickups in their own right, but the way they're processing them to make the guitar sound more like a next generation product and one of the best sounding hybrid guitars on the market, in my opinion, is by using Fishman's technology like the Aura and Impulse technology they have to use image casting and project different body shape sounds onto this guitar. So it can sound like a dreadnought, it can sound bigger than it is. Here are my honest thoughts on that. I'm really glad they did it because I'm so used now to hearing those kind of quality sounds. I don't want to hear just an undersaddle pickup anymore. Having said that, the approach they've taken is to use that modeling sound on the acoustic side and also the electric side. The plus of this is you can plug this into anything and you'll get a usable sound. It works really, really well into a great PA system, I found. And it will also work into an electric amp, but do remember you've got electric cab simulation, which you're then plugging into the amp. Now, I would really like it in the future if Fender and Fishman allowed me to connect this via the USB port to my computer and edit these sounds, maybe even change what's in each position of the pickup selector and the blend and whether the emulation simulation is on or off, so I could use it with my Kemper or my Helix and apply my own cab and impulse responses. Now again, you can do that now, but just bear in mind when you're doing that, you've already got some modeling in the guitar, so you will be putting modeling into modeling. So something to bear in mind for now. But that's something I'd love to see in the future. I would love to see a way that this could be opened up for users like myself to go in and tweak and edit, maybe even edit EQ, effects, things like that. So that's something that I would love to see in the future for kind of power users. But I totally get why Fender went with this approach for now. They wanted something that wouldn't be overwhelming or hard to explain to people. And it does sound good into any system. I've tried it recorded, into amps, into pedals, direct, acoustic amps. It just works. But you do have to bear in mind how it's working to get the best sound at the time. So I can cover that in another video if you want me to. If you'd like me to try into different amps and effects pedals in the future, please comment below and I'll be happy to do that. So what is my conclusion after 3 months? Well, I always liked these guitars. I remember being at NAMM when Fender and Fishman announced the Acoustasonic Telecaster, and I was so happy. I was happy because I play a lot of solo shows, I play a lot of acoustic guitar, and not many companies are moving the goalposts forward for acoustic guitar players. And Fender are really doing something fresh, exciting, and new with this guitar. And I know when it came out, some people were dubious and kind of cautious about this guitar. There were some things said about it. But I always liked it because this is right up my alley, basically. But I will say this, honestly, after playing it for 3 months in real use, actually playing gigs with it, I've come to appreciate it even more. And I think it sounds better too. I think with these new products, you need to really play them and give them a chance. Because when you first play this, the first thing you'll think is, well, it's not my Martin Dreadnought, or it's not my Fender Strat. Indeed, it's not. It's a new thing. It's a new instrument. And I think Fender and Fishman should be applauded for doing something new and exciting. And I've reviewed other stage guitars on my channel recently that are between $2,500, $3,000. These are currently retailing at $2,000. And for the technology and R&D that you get in this guitar, I think that's incredible. And I really can't wait to see where they take it. I can't wait to see where this goes in the future. I would love to see software editors, new models, different price ranges of pro versions and maybe slightly lower cost versions. I'd love to see a full range of these. But as it stands, this has helped me make music and I'm so grateful for that. So if you haven't checked these out already, please do. Please check out my other videos. And I've also got some online concerts that I've done with the guitar. Please watch those as well. And if you own one of these or played one of these, please put in the comments below what you think of them and how you feel about them now that a year and a half has passed. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and ring in the notification bell. I have lots of gear reviews, live performances and interviews, etc. on my channel, and I'd love to see you here again soon. So be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.